We have a lot of breaking news in regards to Tesla stock that you need to know as an investor in this company. Now, we also have a new AI investor sentiment survey. We're going to look at the option activity for Tesla stock, what's going on in our broader markets, and take a look at the charts and see where's Tesla stock going next. I think you're going to like this. Let's go ahead and get started. Tesla stock is up about 1% today. Overall, a strong day. Tomorrow's economic data is going to be very important and probably drive the next leg higher or lower for our markets. But so far, so good today for Tesla stock. You're up about 1%. Now, this is some exciting news. Thailand's prime minister on Thursday said he showed Tesla executives around industrial estates in the country last week. Quote, "I went out of my way to entertain them so they fall in love with Thailand. They are looking at about 320 hectares of land." Here is some exciting news today. Thailand's prime minister on Thursday said he showed Tesla executives around industrial estates in the country last week. Quote, "I went out of my way to entertain them so they'd fall in love with Thailand. They are looking at about 320 hectares of land." This is some exciting news for Tesla. Thailand's prime minister on Thursday said he showed Tesla executives around industrial estates in the country last week. Quote, "I went out of my way to entertain them so they'd fall in love with Thailand. They are looking for about 320 hectares of land." As Sergi X Plaid says on X, rapid global expansion is part of the timeline for Tesla's mission. This could not be further from the truth. Gary Black took to X to suggest Tesla should consider stock buybacks. Gary Black says still seeing misinformed investors incorrectly comparing a Tesla buyback to internal investments. Remember, buybacks don't compete with new gigafactories, robots, FSD, or other internal projects. By definition, buybacks can only compete with external cash uses, such as building cash, debt retirement, dividends, and acquisitions. If Tesla could build more gigafactories quicker, of course, we would prefer more gigas to share buybacks. But Tesla keeps piling all of its excess cash flow into cash. Now 26 billion plus 5 billion year to date at a 5% pre-tax ROI, which seems illogical unless we are going into recession, in which case it's a fair argument. Ali responds to this post from Gary Black and says, on what basis should Tesla do a buyback right now, at a time when the company is plowing billions into R&D and building out new giga plants? It makes zero sense. Gary Black says, I wish Tesla was using all of its free cash flow for R&D and gigafactories. Unfortunately, your statement isn't true. So you got to understand, the free cash flow aspect to Tesla, that's where you can actually get the stock buybacks from, right? So Tesla, that's true, is not using all of their cash to expand the business, right, in R&D and gigafactories. It is plausible Tesla could do a small relative buyback, maybe a $5 billion buyback. That just gives them the right to buy Tesla shares. Doesn't mean they are going to buy Tesla shares. So Tesla just announcing a buyback in some capacity or another could be good news for Tesla stock and could send Tesla stock, I would expect, higher on that news. So be on the lookout for a Tesla share buyback. General Motors Cruise autonomous vehicle unit has hit an all-time low, said its new leader. Jay Leno was spotted driving a Foundation Cybertruck this afternoon. He said the truck was his buddy's and that it just came off the line. It was rumored Jay had received delivery of his own at the event in Austin. And sources cite Elon Musk. We have not heard a comment from Elon, but it seems like he is enjoying the Cybertruck so far. And maybe a little bit of bad news today. The Denmark Pension, one of Denmark's largest pension funds, said on Wednesday it had decided to sell its holdings in Tesla over the U.S. auto company's refusal to enter into agreements with labor unions. Pension Denmark manages $46 billion. Elon Musk spoke with Argentina President-elect Xavier Milei today. I thanked him for defending the ideas of freedom and supporting our work. We remain in contact so that he can visit Argentina next year. Spike Lee checks out the Cybertruck. He says he put in his reservation over 2 years ago. Tesla is now doing paid video advertising for Tesla Energy on YouTube. This is spotted from a user that literally took out his phone and started recording. Franz von Holzen, this is the guy, if you remember back in 2019, that threw the glass bulb thing at the car at the windows and they shattered. He says he just picked up the number 2 VIN from the awesome team at the delivery center in Marina Del Rey today. Franz is the chief designer at Tesla, I should also point out. This is pretty remarkable. Jim Farley with Ford writes, "They weren't joking. We received the document today, dated December 5th. Thanks, Elon Musk. Great for the industry." This is where Elon is sending the 48-volt architecture document to other CEOs of other car companies so they can come up with their own similar technology. Elon Musk responds and says, "You're welcome." Jim Farley responds and says, "Great to read the document and realize that our next-gen team has been on a similar path. Let's work together to help the supply base move into the 48-volt future as well." The way that Jim Farley is praising Elon Musk these days, we've reported on this in the last couple of videos, maybe it's Ford that is the legacy OEM that is in talks with Tesla to license FSD technology. Just some food for thought. Elon Musk is allowing Dana White to give away a free early VIN Cybertruck. Why? I would almost bet you, well, I would bet you, but I would think this is because this is just free advertisement. Now you have Dana White talking about the Cybertruck, which a lot of UFC fans are probably internal combustion engine drivers to begin with. So you give away a Cybertruck, free advertising, potentially in the millions and millions of people. Tesla has lost a legal battle with Sweden's postal service today as a fight with Nordic trade unions escalates. A Swedish court said PostNord does not, for the time being, need to deliver license plates to Tesla that are being blocked by postal workers. Tesla Singapore's X account writes, "The delivery of upgraded Model 3s in Singapore begin today. More deliveries are coming." And take a look at this. New video shows a lot of new Model 3s preparing for export from Shanghai's South Port. Whoa, holy moly. That is an extreme amount of vehicles, even for Shanghai standards. The lot is literally packed to the dang brim. There's only a few different spots here and there you could actually fit more vehicles. And it even extends over here. Like, you are cranking out these vehicles at an unprecedented speed. I think this is the most packed we've seen Giga Shanghai, period. Like, at all. So this is very exciting for Tesla stock investors. Arbitrarily, I would think this is basically confirming Tesla is going to smash Q4 estimates. Like, smash them. I just can't recall a time we've seen this lot so packed. Holmar's Catalog wrote this post saying, "Tesla owner, ARG, another crappy holiday software update for Christmas. Who cares about Apple Podcasts?" Elon Musk says, "We need to step up our game." Sawyer Merritt writes, "Tesla's holiday update this year was a bit light, though maybe a lot of their time was focused on getting Cybertruck software ready." So a lot of the time you will get these big software updates around Christmas. It doesn't look like that has happened, at least so far this year. Tesla's Dojo supercomputer project lead, Danish, has reportedly left the company, according to Bloomberg. Peter Bannon, a former Apple executive and director at Tesla for the last 7 years, is now leading the project, and this is Steve Bannon. Marquise Brownlee's Cybertruck video is now his 8th most viewed video ever. The advertisement, the free advertisement you're getting is off the charts here. I would imagine this is kickstarting the halo effect into full steam ahead. The Cybertruck Google Trends data is at 100. You're also seeing an uptick in the Model 3 and the Y search trend activity as well, but the Cybertruck is notable here, and I'm sure the search trend interest remains elevated for quite some time to come. Belgium reported 1,480 Tesla sales and 3.9% market share for November. Year to date, this is 311% higher than the same period last year. Estonia reported 20 Tesla sales and 1.1% market share for November. It looks like Estonia sales really just started because this is 1,300% higher than the same period last year. As far as your broader indexes, the Dow is up about 0.25%, S&P up about 0.9%, NASDAQ up 1.5%, and the Russell 2000 is up 0.59%. What you'll also notice is you are seeing the VIX is climbing almost 1% as well today. That's pretty interesting considering markets are doing so well today. 10-year Treasury yields are unchanged today at 4.121%, which is interesting. The markets are really just seeing a bounce back from some of the weakness you have seen over the last couple of days. There's really no specific reason, specific news that is causing stocks to do well today. There'd be an argument to be made, though, that the data coming out tomorrow is probably going to be good for stocks. So you're getting a little bit of that movement here today in some kind of anticipatory rally. That could make sense as well. Tesla stock has seen 521 trades in options in Tesla from hedge funds and institutions today, totaling $117 million with a positive order value of 54%. Taking a look at the volume expiring December 8th, this Friday, that is tomorrow. You have volume on the call side of 55.65% and volume on the put side of 44.35%. The dollar amount currently sold short in Tesla stock is $21.44 billion. You do have 3.3% of the float that is currently sold short. If we do get a rally in Tesla stock from here, oh boy, short sellers are going to be in a world of trouble. We do have a new AI investor sentiment survey that has come out. In my opinion, this is very bullish. You're seeing the percentage of investors that are bullish roughly staying about the same, actually decreasing about 1% from 48.8% to 47.3%. Neutral investors have went from 31.7% to 25.3%. This is the bullish part. Bearish investors have went from 19.6% to 27.4%. This was a big jump in your bears. Now, why is this bullish? Well, when you are so bullish like we were last week, that's usually a bearish sign. Usually when things look so good, that's usually when you're at the end of a rally. Right? So you want to see some bears out there, because when bears are proven wrong is when you tend to get the bears switching to the bullish side and getting that rally higher. So long story short, you don't want to see too many bulls out there. You want to see some bears. Now we're seeing more bears. That's great for stocks. Tesla's global inventory numbers seeing a continued spike for the Model Y as well as a little bit for the Model 3. The S and the X are continuing to fall. Really, the Model Y is a strange one. There's a lot of Model Y inventory right now, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Maybe its production is just cranked up so much, like what you're seeing with that image from Giga Shanghai, that you just have a little bit more inventory right now for the Model Y than what we're normally used to seeing. The percentage of stocks today above their 50-day moving average is up about 2% today, so you are seeing some degree of a broad participation. You are at 72.95%, but I will say most of this rally today in our markets is your big tech names. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla. Those stocks really are leading the broader markets higher, whereas some of your interest rate sensitive companies are not doing as well today. The estimated delivery date for the Tesla Model S all-wheel drive Plaid is January to February of 2024. Previously, it was December 2023 to January of 2024. So wait times getting extended out a little bit here, and that I would argue is probably good news. Tesla stock at the time of recording this video is up about 0.8%. Now you're holding above this line that I have here at about $240 per share. Tesla stock currently at $241.27 per share. Yet again today, are you seeing more rejection at the 100-day moving average? Today you also did see a low wick down to about $237. So today was a push and pull tug of war from the bulls and the bears. It looks like the bulls are making more progress than the bears as you are getting closer to what I believe a breakout above that 100-day moving average. That could come due to the data coming out tomorrow, the data dump that we're going to get tomorrow. We'll talk about that more in the next video later on today, but overall I'm expecting a positive reaction to Tesla and to markets coming tomorrow off of that data. So today what you're seeing with Tesla is obviously better than not. Above 240 is great. That really sets the bulls in somewhat control for that ultimate breakout above $243.39. That is your 100-day moving average. From there, you likely continue higher to about 260. If you break above about 255, 260, then you're looking at breaking longer term downtrending lines that would connect your peaks, your all-time highs down to where we are now. This is technically a bullish wedge, right? Long term, you've been bearish since the highs, but you have been bullish ever since January of 2023, and you're uptrending, which looks to be a potential breakout to the upside to come. Now, if you look at the RSI, pretty neutral here as well, 55.56. As you know, anything between 55 and 45 is pretty neutral overall. Once you start to get above 55, once you get into the 60s, then you're a little bit on the overbought side, but it's not until you get to 70 where you're really overbought and due for a pullback. So definitely looking good on the RSI. You're definitely not looking weak, but you're not looking too good that you're due for a pullback. I think quite the opposite with Tesla. You're really just coiling here and likely going to get that big move to the upside, in my personal opinion. The MACD is also bullish today. The yellow line is above the blue line, not by a huge margin, but still looking pretty good overall. So that is going to do it for this video. That's really everything you need to know. If you want to take a look at quickly the commodities, and congratulations to everyone in the trading community. C3 AI did perform as expected. Stock did fall. We had some puts there, so congratulations to you guys. Check that out. Link down below in the description of this video if you guys want to be a part of it. TLT is down about 0.1%. USO is up 0.25%. Not a big deal there. USO has been falling a lot recently. DXY, this is tracking the dollar, is falling today. That's great news. You want to see the dollar go as low as possible. And gold is pretty flat on the day, up almost 0.25%, which you really want to see gold take a larger move lower. This can somewhat be seen as a canary in the coal mine. Like, why is gold doing so well? Do we have a problem going on under the surface that we should know about? Nonetheless, guys, that is it for this video. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you made it to the end of this video. If you guys want to come trade with us in real time every time I make a trade, like I said, link down below in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.